Hi there, it's Lainey with Thrifting Becomes Her. Today I am going to be styling up a vignette, and a vignette is a small grouping that's pleasing to the eye. And for the base, I am going to start with this table that I scored from St. Vincent de Paul for $25. If you're looking and if you're shopping in thrift stores, you will run across deals like this. Also, if you're looking on side the road, you could pick up a good find. So I'm going to get started and keep watching. So what I did here was I put this really tall mirror behind to give it some height. I added this natural element, which is a real orchid. Added books and a few other little items. This look is very global. I think it's very global. It's always a good idea to add books. The pattern on the table is kind of similar to the pattern in the mirror, very Asian style maybe. We have this gorgeous painting of an American Indian. I added a sculptural item. Adding sculptural items are always a good idea. It makes things more interesting. I added this olive wood camel. My mom and dad actually brought me that back from Jerusalem. And the books I thrifted. The mirror was actually a gift from my sister. She thrifted it for me. I had kept her kids a couple days and she brought me this thrift find. Now the two brass candlesticks, I think that those are so cool. They're very modern, and all I did was I added these little candles in them. I actually just got them from the Dollar Tree and just set those right in there just to add the pop of blue. And then just this little dish. It's very cool looking, and a bunch of little collected rocks. Everything together makes a very global looking vignette. So we're going to move on to the next one. We kept with the same base. We kept with the tall mirror and the table. I feel like we could have switched the mirror out to something natural, wood, or just plain white, something simple, more modern, but just for the sake of time, I have this light coming in this window and I'm about to lose it. So I feel like I could have done better with this, but you get the idea. We kept the books, we kept the blue because we're still going with the blue theme, but we changed out the plant, and actually this is just fake leaves, but we put it in the glass bottles, you know. So, and then we kept the mirror like I said, but then I changed it out for this painting that I found at the Purple Cow, another thrift store. The last painting that I showed you I found at a garage sale. So always be on the lookout for great art. You can find great art for really cheap, and it's original art. No prints, nothing like that. It's original art. We did the seashells in this natural basket that I actually featured on my Instagram page, and that's Thrifting Becomes Her. You can always find these woven baskets in thrift stores, always, never fails. And then I had this little vintage clock that a friend gave me. And then I just went ahead and put a little basket with some sandals at the bottom, just to add a little fun and practical element. So here it is, the coastal look. Okay, so I did move the mirror. Let me fix this. I did move the mirror and traded it out for this little vintage map, a map of the town that my grandma and grandpa lived in. And actually my husband and I and our family, our kids live here now. I went ahead and put an old photograph in a very old frame that I had gotten from the thrift store. Beautiful frame. I got this from the thrift store, and also my grandparents that lived in this small town are in the picture. I added more old photos, a vintage clock, this little jar vase with the number 2 on it with just some dried flowers. This vintage hat and head. The vintage hat I actually got from Goodwill, and it was $19.99. And I went ahead and put the box at the bottom that the hat came in. And it was actually a Knox, New York hat. Beautiful 1940s men's hat. And I went ahead and put books again, but I traded them out for a mustard color just to tie in with all the other yellows that I have going on. So this is the vintage vignette. And I think we're gonna wrap it up with this one because the light is running out. So I hope you enjoyed these 3. Just remember to always make your decorating interesting, make it beautiful, make it personal, and that's the way it will become you. So thank you for joining me, Lainey, with Thrifting Becomes Her. I'll see you next time.